All right, so children, yes, for those who don't know me, my name is Bern Ong from 88 Tuition. So you're in the Sec 2 class, of course, right? Okay. Hey, so I cannot just stop nagging you guys a little bit, all right? But Sec 2 is very, very important. Please remember that Sec 2, going up to Sec 3, right, you cannot mess up your mathematics or your English. All right, these two subjects is very important to go up to your Sec 3 and Sec 4. All right, so some of you might be stronger in certain areas. All right, so if you are strong in math, my advice to you is go for the A math class in Sec 3, additional math. Can? For those who are a little bit stronger in the science because you like to memorize things, all right, maybe you can consider the triple science, the chemistry, physics, and the bio. All right, so bio is a lot of memorizing. All right, physics is a little bit like mathematics, and chemistry is I think it's fun, all right, because you got to learn to mix with the chemicals. And from chemicals, you can see what are the gases that's being produced. Different chemicals will give you different colors. It's very exciting. All right. So there was once in just to let you know, right? There was once in a tuition center. I taught in a tuition center before, right? Just to let you know. All right. So what happened in the tuition center? I was teaching a Sec 1 or Sec 2 class. Yeah. So we were doing something called hydrogen gas. All right. So I managed to go to NTUC and I bought something, all right, which contains hydrogen inside. Yeah. So what did I do is I went to extract out the hydrogen, all right, through certain method using a balloon. All right. Then after I extract out the hydrogen using a balloon, right, I tie it up. Then I bring the students to a place, all right, open area, and guess what I did? I set the balloon on fire. Yeah. So when I set the balloon on fire, right, it burned off some of my hair, my my arm hair. That's why I remember it so well. All right. So the hydrogen gas is actually flammable. It's actually quite dangerous. All right. So but you can see how the students, right, were amazed. Wow, hydrogen can burn and all this. And the flame is different one. All right. The flame is different. That's why it's quite interesting for chemistry. All right. So if you are interested in chemistry, all right, I think it's a very experimental, can go for it subject. All right, in your Sec 3, can go deep into it. Bio is more about studying human body, animal bodies. All right, see how the heart beats and all this. Oh, sorry, I'm doing math, right? I'm doing math. How come I'm talking about all this, right? All right, because I feel that it's important, children. All right, you come here, right? Yes, you are supposed to learn a bit of math, but you are supposed to learn about making decisions also. Making what decision? At the end of the year, you are supposed to make certain decision which will bring you to a certain degree of understanding in a certain subject. All right. So I have been telling you guys to ask yourself, what do you want to do in future? All right. So some of you say, I want to build a space shuttle. Please go and study engineering. All right. Then your math must be good. Your physics must be good. Understand or not? I want to be a doctor. Okay. If you want to be a doctor, please go and study bio. Right? You at least need to know the human parts, right? The human body, right? So you have to know what you want to be like, children, in future. All right, don't wait until, when you go to your diploma, or you go and get your degree, university and all this, then you decide. All right, if you have the opportunity to do something, go and decide now. School just started only. Chill, man. Okay, can. All right, but I just want to stir up some of the thinking. All right, some of you are just going to school, right? All right, then there's like no purpose, there's no reason. All right, then that's why you say that every time go to school, it's like it's a drag of the feet and all this. Come on, you're supposed to go to school to learn new things. All right, so have the positive thinking, children. Can? And always think of what you want to be in future. All right. Honestly, right, last time nobody said that to me. All right. So last time nobody said that to me. I never thought of it. Seriously. I never thought of it until I go past the O levels. All right. When after my Sec 4, I go into Ngee Ann Poly. All right. I went to Ngee Ann Poly and I studied business study. All right. Because I like to do a bit of business. It's very fun one. All right. Business, there's a lot of things like marketing. There's a lot of things like advertising, how to sell a product. Talk. You see lah, I talk a lot, right? That's why I'm very good in business lah. And business, right? There's a lot of presentation, a lot of all these teamwork projects and all this. All right, that's the reason why I excel very well in business. All right, because I can work with teams and I love to talk nonsense lah. All right, hey, but all this right, all this said right, eventually I still become a teacher. Can you see now? Yeah, so it's very funny one. Life is really very funny. All right, so at least children. All right, at least let me tell you that your future is important. Important to who? To you, obviously. So obviously you must make some decision, right? So make the correct choice. All right, make the correct decision. What you want to do in future, and once you have that idea, you work backwards. All right, I want to be a doctor. Doctor means what? Oh, that means I need to go and study university lah. Okay, university, how to get into the university? I need to be very good in my A-levels. A-levels means what? Junior college. Junior college means what? Okay, that means after my O-levels, I need to go junior college, which means my O-level, I cannot mess it up. If I need to go for my O-levels, means that what? I need my triple science, chemistry, physics, and bio to be good. All right, that means Sec 2. Now you have to make the decision. Sec 3, you must go and take your triple science already. Can you see or not? Everything is linked. All right, you don't just wait for things to happen, all right, don't do that. You have to be a bit more proactive. Can? Hey, sorry. I take up 6 minutes of your time. So sorry. Hydrogen cannot close to oxygen, right? Both are actually combustible, which is quite scary. Yeah, so maybe don't put them together. Yeah. All right. So actually, oxygen also are combustible. Means that if you want the fire to be bigger, what you do? You fan it, right? When you fan it, hey, y'all go barbecue or not? You don't go barbecue one, is it? That's why y'all don't know lah. All right. So you fan, right? The more oxygen is being introduced in, that's why the fire get bigger lah. All right. So obviously, if you want to put out the fire, right? Put out you see a fire down there. What you do? You don't go and fan it The more you fan, obviously, what? The fire become bigger lah. Don't be funny. All right. So of course you must cover up with a blanket. Why? To try to restrict the oxygen. All right. To try to minimize the oxygen so that the fire will not burn lah. Burn. My name. Can you see my name? Burn. Hey, yeah. The Sec 2 very hard to make y'all smile and laugh. Anyway, y'all smile and laugh, I also don't know. All right, all black screen at me. I also don't know what's happening. All right, so children, can I just check whether you are behind the screen? Can you please give me a thumbs up? All right, everyone, can you just give me a thumbs up so that I know? Jocelyn, I see you. Okay, Danish, I see you. Larissa, Lavon, I see you. Chenfeng, I see you. Natalie, I see you. Thank you for the thumbs up. All the rest, Ice, Chloe, Wen-Yi. Hey, Wen-Yi, hello. New friend. All right, thank you for the thumbs up. D, I see your thumbs up. Thank you so much, children. All right, so I'm so sorry to take out 7 minutes of your time, but I feel that is important lah. All right, Sec 2, don't play already. All right, Sec 3 cannot play already. Sec 1, the fun time is over. All right, but Sec 2, you have to make certain kind of decision, make the right decision. All right, come, children. This was the homework last week. Last week only got one question, very simple, and this one is actually related to direct and inverse proportion, which I had already done the topic already. All right, I had already done the topic. Today, the main topic is congruence and similar triangle. All right, then the next week we'll be doing a little bit of congruent, similar, and map and scale. Then after that, the next week we'll be doing Pythagoras theorem. All right, after Pythagoras theorem, we'll be doing things like trigonometry, tuaka, so, which is a very important topic which you need to master, especially in Sec 2. All right. Then after that, we'll come in with the, the volume of sphere, pyramid. All right. All those very simple memorize the formula stuff. All right. Then a bit of statistics. Then after that, bam. So Pythagoras is in 2 to 3 weeks time. Correct. Yeah. All right. But Jocelyn, just to let you know, next week, right, under the fast forward, I'll be doing Pythagoras theorem. All right. So usually you know about what is fast forward, right? All right. So, most of you who attended the class, right, from the start of the year, you know what is happening. All right. So yeah, let me just continue with this question as homework first, Ken. All right. So if 8 workers can build a house in 21 days, how many days will it take 14 workers to build a similar house? Primary school. All right. Yeah, you have seen this before. So you have 8 workers. What do? All right. They stay together to build a house in 21 days. Okay. And this is one house. Correct. Now the question was what? I give you 14 workers. How many days, all right, to build the same one house? Children, can you see what am I doing? Can you see what am I doing? I'm actually writing out the clue. This is the clue that is given to you by the question, right? And I'm writing out the question. Do you know that? Can you see that? I'm writing out the question. All right, so that I can just fill in this blank, right? Because sometimes, right, sometimes you just don't know what to find. Correct or not? Correct or not? You just don't know what to find. So I purposely, how many days right there? So the question is down here. So you have the clue, you have the question. What do? Fill in the working in the center, the meat. All right. So this is like the skeleton. All right. This is like the skeleton. Now you have to fill in the meat. Okay. So 8 human beings, 21 days, right? Okay. I purposely find 1 human being can? Can. Hey, but can I maybe find the one who find 1? I find 2 human being can? How come you find 2? Because 8 can divide by 4 to give you 2. And 2 can times 7 to give you 14. Can you see not? So you can don't find one. You can don't find one. You can find 2. All right. Be flexible, man, children. All right. You guys must learn to be more flexible. All right. When you do math. All right. I believe you are quite flexible in your life. All right. In making life decision. But try to be a bit more flexible in doing math also. Is that okay, children? All right. And I usually call your children, all right? Don't mind me. Okay, because you're all younger than me, right? All right. And of course, I love to have children like you guys. So smart. All right. So 8, how do you get to 2? Divide by 4. But down here, children, do I divide by 4 here? Huh? 21 divided by 4. 21 divided by 4 is what? 5.25 days. Sure. 5.25 days, which means what? Isn't it better? Right. I want to build the one house, right? Now I just engage 2 persons and they can build it in 5.25 days. Isn't that better? So instead of employing 8 people, they need 21 days. I employ 2 persons. Isn't it better then? Isn't it better? Hey, but children, you think about it. Does it make sense or not? All right. So at this moment, right, your common sense have to come in. All right. Common sense means what? Your own senses. All right. Your common sense has to come in. Is it possible? All right. The whole house need 8 persons, 21 days to do it. But now you got 2 persons. How can it be 5.25? Something wrong, what? Yeah. That means you are right. Right? Something is wrong. You are right. So down here is actually a inverse proportion. It's not a direct. So inverse means what? One side divide, the other side times. Can you see now? 21 times 4 will give you 84 days. Is it possible? Yeah. 8 persons, they take 21 days. Lesser people, they take even more days. Yeah. Correct. It makes sense, right? So it's a inverse proportion. Children, understand not? So this is something called common sense. I don't know how to teach. All right, but common sense. All right. I hope you have. All right. So from 2, how do you get to 14 times 7? So what do you do next? All right. It's the reverse. You have to divide by 7. All right. 84 divided by 7 is 7, 14, 12, is it? 12. Answer is B. Ding, 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 ding. Can you see that, children? Wow. Isn't it beautiful? Right. So, this is the primary school method. All right. Primary school method means what? For primary school. But is it allowed in secondary school? To me, it's allowed. Right? Because it gives you the answer, obviously, and it's very clear-cut. But some of your school you're very irritating. Your school very irritating, right? Your school teacher want to see the what? The working one. The direct and inverse that thing one. Can you see or not? So this type of question, right? What you do? All right, you have to check with your school teacher first. This method allowed good. But some of your school very, very strict. They want you to use the what? The secondary school method. Then how? Oh, I tell you, it's very troublesome. Right? Forgive me. Forgive me. I'm going to show it to you. Right? Because got one question only. Right? Forgive me. You must say, let number of workers be W. Let number of days be D. How many fall asleep already? Oh no, all fall asleep already. All right, so you know that it is an inverse proportion. All right, you have to check with yourself. You have to ask yourself, all right, you got lesser people, you need more days. So you must tell yourself it's an inverse proportion. So what do? Just take W proportionate to the inverse 1 over D. Just write this out. All right, you have to write it out yourself. the question is not going to show you. So